Hello.
Hi. I thought you weren't
Hi.
coming. I thought in
No,
Mexico
I'm
we
sorry.
have a phrase that says oh, you left me like a small town bride. There's this idea that the wedding is all ready to go and the bride is there, but then the groom never arrives, and so there's like everything set up, but then there's no wedding because he
Yeah,
skipped
yeah.
town or something. The guy left. He booked it. I mean, how
I'm
are
sorry
you?
for being late. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. So, how are you?
It's been really slow on Cambly today for some reason. Like I got online an hour ago and I only had two students, which is crazy because normally like I get a lot of calls at this time. That's why I scheduled my reservations for this time. And it's like literally it's like a wasteland. There's like no traffic at all. No, nothing. I don't know what's happening. Maybe usually I get a lot of Saudi students. Maybe there's a holiday that I don't know about or something. But yeah, it's been dead here.
No, I think Cambly is very famous all over the world. So, I don't feel like, holiday will affect the Cambly, right? It is quite a big
Yeah, that's
platform.
what I thought. Because I've been online at different times of the year and different times of the day, and it was never slow. But today it's like literally dead. Two students, it was two 15-minute sessions in an hour, and I'm like, that was it. So but I did meet a student from Pakistan, and that was my first time ever having a student from Pakistan. So that was new.
Okay, so you met a student from my neighbor country today. Okay,
Yeah,
Pakistan is my neighbor, right?
yeah, yeah. I had never had a Pakistani student before.
Yeah, but we are very close to each other. I mean, once upon a time, Pakistan and India was together, right? Kind of during 1947, but
Mm.
we got apart in 1947.
From England, and you guys got your independence from England as well, right? Around that same time.
Yes, yes, yes. Same time. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
we
think
we
you,
learned
you
a little bit about it, like the American version. I've learned to question everything I've learned because American history books, they like to tell stories from a certain perspective, and they told us, a little bit about Gandhi, but
oh,
yeah.
yeah, you even know about Gandhi, right?
Yeah, they told us a little bit about Gandhi and his role in India's independence from Great Britain,
Yeah,
but
I
not
want.
a lot. They didn't give us like a full overview. It was just like, very general things.
Yes, yes, I understand. But our history, Indian history is full of Europe, kind of, war in Europe and things that has happened in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So, what did you study about India in your history? Can you tell me a bit, like Gandhi? I didn't think like you would be knowing Gandhi, but
They told
Gandhi.
us
So
about civil disobedience because Gandhi was a very big well, that's what they told us, that it was that when you protest, there are different ways you can protest, and the way that he did it was civil disobedience. So like instead of oh, we're going to hit you back harder, like he did a more peaceful protest. That's what they told us. And usually people who do that are the ones who win the Nobel Peace Prize, when you're like a peaceful protester.
I got it.
To be honest with you, I don't
Mhm.
agree with peaceful protesting. I think if you want to get things done, there's got to be blood. That's my personal opinion. I think that's how things really get accomplished. But I don't know.
Yeah, so I got it. Like Gandhi because of his inviolence,
Yeah,
like
nonviolent,
was yeah,
nonviolent protest.
non-violence, not sorry, non-violence protest. Okay, non-violence was his weapon, right? And that's why
Yeah.
Gandhi is famous all around the world. I got it. Yeah,
Yeah, and Martin Luther King Jr.
Junior.
He quoted Gandhi in a lot of his speeches, you know, because Martin Luther King Jr. he used civil disobedience, nonviolent protest for his when he helped with the civil rights movement in the United States. Uh,
Yeah, like I have a dream was kind of, his.
exactly.
Okay, so
That's one of
Martin
the
Luther
most
King Jr.
famous speeches in American history. The "I
speeches
Have a
of the
Dream."
American. Yeah, I have a dream by Martin Luther King Jr. I know a little bit about that, right? I studied it in my literature book as well, and a little bit in history. So yes, I know Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm. So
yeah.
what's up apart from all these things?
Apart from that, it's just hot as hell, and
Mhm.
I gotta wear this. We have a lot of Cambly's very casual, but there are some very specific rules that we have to follow, and we can't show our shoulders. Apparently, it's offensive if we show our shoulders, so we can't. And a lot of teachers complain about that because some of us live in very hot places. But it's hot as hell again today. It's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So here I am baking in the sun.
So over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me change into degrees
I think
Celsius.
that's
How
like
about
what 40 something in
40?
Celsius.
Okay, so nowadays we have 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, so kind of it is normal
So
for
yeah,
us
you get
to
it.
be.
You understand. And it's humid, right? In India, it's humid.
Yes, it's
Yeah, so
very
you
hot and
understand
humid.
my situation.
Yes, I understand your situation. Yeah, and it was a monsoon time for us, but yet there is no monsoon in this year. So we are hoping very soon that rain would come, but yeah,
Yeah.
still there is no trace of any cloud in the sky. So we are very worried, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I experienced that last year. I did like what do I call it? Well, we did this thing in Mexico where we were teaching Mexicans. It was like an English program, and I got invited to help out with that project. And they were in the middle of a drought, so there was no rain and there was no running water, like at all. I mean, it was insane. And I mean, I stayed. I helped out with the project, but I remember thinking like this is not like livable. I mean, it was so hot, there was no water. It was a very rough time, and
There
yeah.
is there is same situation in our city right now. We are running out of water. Most of the homes are running out of water. Yeah, so kind of a similar situation. Unfortunately, I don't know the water level is dropping down every day, and as a huge population, India is also misusing lots of water, and that's why situation is getting worse. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the future of India. 10 years down the line, and I feel like there will be huge scarcity of water in country like India. Yeah,
Yeah.
and mass population here as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I was talking about that with another student. He was from Turkey. He said that what worries him is the lack of resources, that there's gonna, there's so many people in the world and there might not be enough resources to keep us all alive, and it's scary.
yeah, definitely. Like, we are 8 billion people on this planet, and just look at a few years back, we were around 4 billions in 1990, around. So, just
Yeah.
a huge, like, we have doubled within 30, 40 years. So,
Yeah.
kind of, huge problem is coming on the way. Anyway, so it seems like, yeah, we have just 2.5 minutes, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And even today I came late, and I remember last time when I joined your session, I was 2 or 3 minutes late that day as well, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Um
after this session, what are you gonna do? I mean, yes, I know today you are not. getting good signal here on
I
Cambly. I
hope.
mean,
I mean, I hope like because I still have a few more hours that I'm going to be on here. I hope that it picks up and that more students call because sometimes like when you don't get a lot of calls it feels like you wasted part of your day because like you set aside this time and like you don't get calls. It's like Uber. I mean, you know sometimes Uber drivers they get a lot of people that want rides and other times they don't. It's like during the pandemic Uber drivers
I
didn't get
got it.
much work. So
Yeah, I got it. And yeah, so since when, Cambly has made this rule, you cannot show your soldiers. But I feel like, there were no rule like that before. Recently, they have made
oh
this rule.
well, they've always. I mean, I've been on here for 3 years, and it was always one of those things. Like when you read like the tutor agreement, they tell you, don't show your shoulders, have a clear background. Don't
Background.
have people walking by. Don't have a bunch of noise. Like it's supposed to be a very like casual platform, but not that casual. Like I got to be sitting up on a computer. I can't be like laying down or on a couch or something. Like I got to be sitting down on a PC of some kind. Like we're not able to use our phones to call student with to answer calls or anything like that.
Got
Yeah.
it, got it. But I had talked with so many tutors. They were not kind of in. I saw they were in casual dress, right? So kind of, yeah. But anyway, we are running out of time. So nice to
Yeah.
talking with you once again.
Great
Yeah.
seeing you again. Time went by really fast. I will see you soon. Send me good vibes. Cross your fingers for me.